how very much I've loved you. How very much I've tried my best to give you a good life. But in spite of all of I've tried, a handful of our people, with their lives, have made our life impossible. There's no way to detach ourselves from what's happened today. And that's not so. We can't go back. They won't leave us alone. They're now going back to tell more lies, which means more congressmen. And there's no way.
Get what?
Hard. It's hard. Only at first. Only at first is it hard. It's hard only at first. Living, you're looking at death. It only looks at living is much, much more difficult. Raising up every morning and not knowing what's going to be the night's bringing. It's much more difficult. It's much more difficult.
I just want to say something to everyone that I see that is standing around and crying. This is nothing to cry about. This is something we should all rejoice about. We should be happy about this. They always told us that we should cry when you're coming into this world. But when we're living and we're living peaceful, I think we should be happy about this. I was just thinking about Jim Jones. He just has suffered and suffered and suffered. He is the only God, and he don't even have a chance to enjoy himself here. I want to say one more thing. This is one more thing. Those few that's gone, there's many more here. He's still, that's not all of us. That's not all yet. That's just a few that has got a chance to get to the one that doesn't tell his story to, he lies to. So I'm looking at so many people crying. I wish you would not cry and just thank Father. Just thank him. I've been hearing about and 9 months. And I never felt better in my life, not in San Francisco, but until I came to Jonestown. I enjoyed this life. I had a beautiful life. I don't see nothing for us to be crying about. We should be happy, and yes, I am. Let's sing a little thing.
Wouldn't be alive today. I'd just like to thank Dad because he was the only one that stood up for me when I needed him. And thank you, Dad.
I'm glad you're my brothers and sisters. I'm glad to be here. Okay.
Please, for God's sake, let's get on with it. We've lived as no other people have lived and loved. We've had as much of this world as you're going to get. Let's just be done with it. Let's be done with the agony of it. It's far, far harder to have to watch you every day die slowly. And from the time you're a child to the time you get gray, you're dying. It's honest, and I'm sure that they'll pay for it. They'll pay for it. This is a revolutionary suicide. This is not a self-destructive suicide. So they'll pay for this. They brought this upon us, and they'll pay for that. I leave that destiny to them. Who wants to go with a child has a right to go with a child. I think it's humane. I want to see you go, though. They can take me and do with me whatever they want to do. I want to see you go. I don't want to see you go through this hell no more. No more, no more, no more. We're trying. If everybody will relax. The best thing you do to relax, and you will have no problem. You'll have no problem with the thing if you just relax. The children here, a great deal. because of Jim Jones. And the way the children are laying there now, I'd rather see them laid like that than to see them have to die like the Jews did, which was pitiful anyhow. And I'd just like to thank Dad for giving us life and also death. And I appreciate the fact, the way our children are going. Because, like Dad said, when they come in, what they're going to do to our children, they're going to massacre our children. And also the ones that they take captured, they're going to just let them grow up and be dummies like they want them to be, and not grow up to be associates like the one and only Jim Jones. So I'd like to thank Dad for our opportunity to letting Jonestown be not what it could be, but what Jonestown is. Thank you, Dad.
Not to be feared. It is not to be feared. It's a friend. It's a friend. You're sitting there. Show your love for one another. Calm, let's get calm. To us, we have nothing we can do. We can't separate ourselves from our own people. For 20 years laying in some old rotten nursing home. Taking us through all these anguish years. They took us and put us in chains, and that's nothing. There's no comparison to this. They robbed us of our land, and they've taken us and driven us, and we tried to find ourselves. We tried to find a new beginning, but it's too late. You can't separate yourself from your brother and your sister. No way I'm going to do it. I refuse. I don't know who fired the shot. I don't know who killed the congressman. But as far as I'm concerned, I killed him. You understand what I'm saying? I killed him. He had no business coming. I told him not to come. Die with a degree of dignity. Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. There's nothing to death. It's like Max said, it's just stepping over into another plane. Don't be this way. Stop this hysterics. This is not the way for people who are socialists, communists to die. No way for us to die. We must die with some dignity. Soon we'll have no choice. Now we have some choice. You think they're going to allow this to be done and allow us to get by with this? Must be insane. Children, it's just something to put you to rest. Oh, God. Mother, please. Mother, please. Don't do this. Don't do this. Lay down your life with your child, but don't do this.